You know what's really, really cool? When stuff like this happens. So I talked about the road of life before and how there are certain images within images. Like this is a main metaphor and there are a bunch of like little metaphors inside. Dr. Tim Elmore actually had images in his book called Guardrails. Like I think it was more mentors related, but guess what? Seth Godin today blogged about guardrails, and I'm just connecting everything now. Guardrails as in universally accepted ideas that allow more efficient flow with culture, with people creating things. He mentions that like an empty parking lot is great because there are no boundaries, but as soon as it fills with a bunch of cars, everything comes to a standstill because there's no like single way to direct cars. There are some lines and everything, but that's why parking lots are often the most dangerous places to drive because there's so much happening in a small area. One opportunity to make progress prevents itself when it's possible to move a guardrail to show the others a better route, a better way to flow, a more efficient way to cooperate and to make change happen. Flow only happens when our guardrails are universally accepted, when we can find the confidence to drive just a bit faster than our eyes can see. That's from Seth. So he takes us even further by mentioning, instead of the guardrail being physical, let's pretend the guardrail is actually imaginary and it's in our heads. He talks about a leap that happens when we realize that we've been creating an invisible guardrail, something that prevents us from contributing more than we think we can. So good. We're obeying invisible guardrails when it doesn't benefit the others. Ignoring these self-erected guardrails permits us to contribute more than we thought possible. If the fence is in our head and we don't see it as a possibility, not only are we stopped by the thing up here, but we're also stopped by the reality of it. Of course, this is easier said than done. Sometimes I think that the reality that we face is often worse in here, in the perception, in the future mindset, and how we see things, or how we imagine it happening, than it is in the reality. Now that's, of course, that's up to debate, because reality is sometimes so breathtaking and surging and changing. It's hard to put words to it, and it's often more intense than we could ever imagine up here. So the leadership image here with guardrail can be about real physical things, preventing accidents from happening, mentors in your life, good friends in your life that prevent you from these, but it's also about self-erected invisible fences that we put up, or our own faults in ways that we unawarely create our own limitations. You could really apply leadership images in so many different ways in terms of understanding truths and communication and leadership and teamwork, and that's why I found this so fascinating, because it was right in the book, right? Guardrails and white lines right there. So we can not only show others the better route for them to get rid of their own invisible guardrails, but we can do that for ourselves and accomplish a lot more together when we have universally accepted values and truths and ideas. Everything just sort of coalesced into that main image today because of Seth Godin's post. Constants and variables. You were able to find the same fundamental universal truths from multiple areas and sort of they coalesce into the same idea, and then you get to share it again. Are there any road metaphors that you think about, like when you hear the term guardrail or mentors in your life? I don't know. I'm curious again. It is 11:26. I am going to get this up in time because I promise I will. Keep being you, DTV. I'll see you tomorrow for VEDA again. Goodbye, good night, sleep well. Bye.